and accountability are at an all-time high. Ghanaians rightly expect every public institution to demonstrate value for money, prudent stewardship of national resources, and highest standards of integrity. Your distinguished professional career has prepared you well for this important responsibility, and I have every confidence that you will discharge your constitutional mandate with competence, impartiality, courage, and unwavering fidelity to the laws of our republic. As you assume office today, you do so not in service of any government or any political party or any individual, but in the service to the Constitution and the people of Ghana.
No, ya Ghana Mampany, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Abra, what the Dr. Graham to Esia Kunyasna wash and say, Jumano, woman may ewa memumrano equine so pepe, and wachi, and a Dr. Pamela Graham, one so, Eddie was say, yo, Eddie Penny, say, Jumano, wabe one wadre, Eddie Asha Ghana Funa, anyone.
Rest on the foundation laid by these distinguished leaders who have served Ghana with diligence. Each of these leaders upheld the authority of this office under diverse political, economic, and constitutional circumstances. Please permit me to also recognize the countless officers of the Audit Service, especially the Deputy Auditor Generals, whose professional dedication has sustained the work of this institution through the years. As the conscience of the nation, the Office of the Auditor General carries a responsibility that demands integrity, fairness, and the resolve to remain grounded in law, even when it is difficult.
Mothers FM, yes, some pa.
Ain't in a bound for that's to come and no reciprocal na Dr. Pamela Graham. One on Pimpin Ghana Mampany, a friend say one now a Major Auditor General Emma Jane.
Dr. Zaneto Agyemang-Rawlings, on Deputy President Emma Pan African Parliament, Sanso and Emma Sebejeni, Emma Manfel, Collect Lotte, and Persuaso, no dia as in Sima Babontia was one may be mine in name, so one come one kuntian pa bonfwa, or Hania to Ashu Crosso. Dr. Isma working in natural say, no dia ebeboa, Sanko mine Gania T and Yanko Procra and Chemfe and Pengudie, Nanipa bonfo be or Modekaka, Motobia says so many. Ekro tuo na ne wo ngomane kura no sa asumesi anasa obinti enie no mato ahye oman so Dr. Asma Waka ina no se eno yade a ebo oman eno nti no ose be man nyina se yenka mbom se ne me be atete satitiru ene eye security agencies awodo we be man nyina mu no obia enka mbom ne nyina ni sode hu enya baako ne yankunti asa ene me
scenario where there's been some terrorist attack or some violent extremism. When cases are brought before the court, because there's been proper chain of custody, there's been proper integrity of the evidence protection, and of course the scene of the crime was actually taken care of properly. As a result of that, the hope is that we will have a better prosecution rate and that the judges will not deem evidence inadmissible because of the way evidence was collected. If we make reference to our national security strategy, the underlying concept is to have an all of society and all of government approach, and that's what we are trying to do. The greater the harmonization there is between the various agencies, the services involved, the better the chance of a better outcome, because operating in silos means that there might be things that one agency might be missing out on.
102.7.
Any akokotie Dr. Zaneto Agyemang-Rawlings on Deputy President Emma Pan African Parliament Saso and Emma Sebejeni Emma Manfel Collect Lotte in Persuaso.
Yamaremu Wamashebe Fie, Naswafo Humesian Samson, Menafo Harina Edrisu, Ecopia Mohonoman to say and Semisebi Akoya Edman Tichupo, Fana Church for an say, Basia Domutu in Quinкраsia, one more Empress or Mobeko, and she say Ben and Momo Edimasa at Church for Ebanasane Hadishia for so, Honum and no watches and Primprin Abine, and to Jena Bansh Shading and says, Such a chair for no, woman come and to me says Abano, I ain't say pa Edamomo. we are training na say ye de okokoto ekurase fanchine beto me chop box mu chop box beji meko anase baby nkura so tum ne dia wo de nyabotre what I say na ye de okwa ditum esanse mpempem ne ye de 20% allowance na eka musika no ho de amama ye say eba ne sa musika ne ebe botwo bafu de amamo se ne be yo how bia mba ko fesi wo honum bia no wetumi agina no aye ne se ne se ne fatama chemo francis so ade
efforts to attract, motivate, and retain teachers in deprived and underserved communities. Special incentives have been put in place for teachers who accept posting to such areas. Mr. Speaker, I'm happy to note that one of these incentives is a reduction in the number of years required to qualify for study leave. Originally, it was 3 years if you were in a deprived area. We have reduced it now to 2 years. So any person who accepts posting to a rural deprived area after 2 years of service can apply for study leave with pay. We also are engaged in continuous education and capacity building of teachers across the country. In addition, Mr. Speaker, government is committed to roll out a 20% salary we assured for rural posting allowance for teachers serving in rural and deprived areas, and the Ministry of Finance, GS, and the Ministry of Education is working as implementing.
Olmana faru na use no ensi ho no ma wasanso to aso biemu dia wo chese mprempren no ade Ghana Education Trust Fund get fund no wo mo medie bi ehhehye so ani na special needs mo friend no me che wo ma mo special care no wo man Ghana masi ye tweske bi ade ato no eno 100 million Ghana cedis ene de to ade mo say wo afimpi no ene eduane enso mu no ye be hyase ade free education ade ma ye mofra womu special needs children no womu humesua ho nsem sene be yom so adesua ho bekototen ede ama wo.
Historic for us in Ghana at the Ministry of Education in our journey towards the provision of inclusive, quality and equitable education. I'm happy to announce that subsequent to the amendment of the Get Fund Act by Parliament, one of the enduring legacy of President John Dramani Mahama and a social intervention initiative targeted towards the vulnerable will be making special education free in Ghana and funded adequately by the Get Fund.
Ne kwa mu no ena wasu borwe mu na sentem ewo ento aso suku ahodo mu dia enya mafra na wo behu an se na wotonwi wo de bobo wi ni de hye chobos mu ebi kwa tumi de hye ceiling ni mu ewo dormitory ho no na se ne ba ye hwe to ye hwehwe mu a ohun chobos na ye hu hwiwum trunk na ye hu hwiwum bibi bie ni ho e behu nyoma na omisa na obobo e de hye esoro ho no se na biba obetumi enya bi aton e de ama nyemfefo no na odi atuja se oya ako teacher ni wu chi obi headmaster wu chi obi se woton marijuana woton met wo school ni mu dia we nya se afi ne yakofre ne maame se ne papa se ye mpehwe ye ntie hwe no an se outright dismissal mom pamo no anim ya ye nya hwehwe mu bia sa abofra no won free school ni mu ho enkwose ne be ya nya be ko nkan ya desua emu.
The incidence of indiscipline in our educational institutions is alarming, and in many instances I've described it as un-Ghanaian. When you see a Ghanaian student wield a gun, weapon, in a secondary school, that cannot be the training of a Ghanaian child. Parenting and socialization is a shared responsibility of father and the teacher. Government is committed to dealing with the indiscipline. Mr. Speaker, when I arrived, I drew the attention of the majority leader in the whip that sometimes next week I'll come and make a statement on the growing indiscipline and steps that government is taking to arrest it. We will have a national conference in Sunyani before the end of July, where we intend to invite academics, the church, the Muslim community, teachers, educationists to come. Mr. Speaker, at Prempeh College, the school old boys decided to help them with a CCTV camera. I've seen the students go and pull it down because they don't want to be recorded.
Mothers FM, yes, some pa.
Enti on manya for Haruna Idrisu we nyina ye nhyehyeye a wodi gu akomsi ne beye a eye mofrabonye sema ekosukuu numu no nina eto ebetwa.
Na ewo Andrew Boni wunsemi ya oh my god na swafo ohwe adehua ho eken ya eno na ode wani kyeremu finfin mantemu a na kobne krabata wo so de fotu sema matememfo se enne wo party ase eyi ase abedinto ene dwumedie bi etete sa no afi wani we sa aboa wo afi se wi na nkrofo de gugu ensem anuanim ematememfo edi wo kyerɛ se sa enema we na enya ade a ebeboa na finfin mante mu penya woda ayatne ya no wona de ensem etu edwa won wonyamfo ACN Felix Safo yeboa na ensem kaya wokai na se ehwe so bolo seto tofe ene nuane bi ene eya drinks bi atete sa ho pa ene se de omudi omani akira wi no ene omudi gum
ene de ye da ye de esi o wi asim nyina ya ye de ebu nkonta na ya fsai adwene wo enubone nsem se efa obi odi hudwa anase ona wo yisu e se ene ma bebre esesa free first ye kanubone asem a we ka se wi we ka se cocaine ene no o se nu ntwe mu de na nso so bebre aba be ka ho a ene na ma adwuma ne ye no ayeden isan se ene no easy for people to get access to ene wi no ya ene tofe tena crunch for kra efa wi no first yes baby the girl to nanka wi fo yi omuti wura mu ene so de ya ene tofe otika mu kra na ekuta ni fie kra na ekuta ene ne no kra na adwemboni na do so an se ebi mtimi
Ora ACN Felix Safo yeboa de nsem we na etudwa ewo kaswa opekuma abra no mudi jumedie sheshe so aye International Day Against Drug Abuse. Da jumedie na se school for enkoda bebre ne do many echremo jumedie na se omoso e de nsem sei eneto aso.
One thing I've learned from this meeting is that drug abuse is very harmful to we students and the youth and to other people. The leader for the NCC, the National Control Commission, did say that now if you are applying for a job, you'll be tested for if you have been abusing drug or have used drug before. So it's advisable that we as students and to the youth that we should not take drugs so that we can get or secure good jobs in the future.
About drug abuse in our society, it's a raging fire because it's causing a lot of problems to individuals in our society, especially the youth. So my advice for the youth is that they should try and stay away from bad, negative.
Media course wakaswa opekuma school form badge media na se omoso adisuade omosie film eno modi tu dwa na busa na ba se NCC ni eye die na NCC no die
no contribution no chop.
Hey yeah what NCC new school ni akoda na kan na wo say dey
no contribution no chop say na kokko no ka
na say no nyenzi
no contribution, no chop, and I said NCNC, no contribution, no chop. But so no can NCC.
So can say go for the we yeah ni ma be brain am say be a we toffee. Who say go for so the
oh say na the we toffee there. But ya my intro na say ha yakwa. I was to ask so you go search them who messia ensem emu na ye de ni twemu elbo Gatanga Technical University. Ye do hono mo dia me no ka say the chairman Edema Parliament Education Committee elmenyan for Peter Notrikotoi. Woni kwa ya mahye man for wo ewo Akachi North. Now one of the ensem atu just say governing council wo mo ewo Gatanga Technical University no ebeyanka ban enguno mampeni guno Gunukura esanse chairman Edmasa Council yi wa fa eye onu akasa ne peso of John akasa ne tumi so ama vice chancellor and dwumani ba kono wa suspend wo mo ewo suku yi mu a wo chese entwa yi kura o mu se wo se eketache prekanka ne dwirimudie ho ntina wegina so di apamo papa ansa suspend na so emra kwan so anka wo so tumi fa na wogina ehhehye so no wa anfa sa kwan so enti pempem de wo chese papa no wo no akasa ne tumi and ebu suku na wo chese entwe yi etia Ghana emra eni nti ebaya Ghana mampanyin His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Governing Council no wongu ni krakrakra ne krakra mu nso so wasan eda the strategy akọ edama GTech for say wo mo hwe na vice chancellor no ene wura ya pamo no nso so wo mo enhwe efo mu dibre enhwe wo mo nsa enhwe mu sei ana de tudwa.
Council chair had written to the vice chancellor dismissing him from office, and I think, or I feel strongly that that is against the rules and the statutes of the technical universities. Then again, he has gone ahead, that is the council chair, to suspend some officers of the university, including lecturers and the procurement officer. So that is against the rules regarding the running of activities in the technical universities. So what I observed is that the council chair has taken over the day-to-day administration of the university. So my position is that the President of the Republic, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, should dissolve the governing council of the Brugger Technical University and appoint a new council.
Yes, Abo! Mothers FM!
On mana for Peter not true kotoi nene and ukoti akache north mashebejeni.
Yanto akasia ne so ne fa yani enhwe mu asem dibia enra day court ekwa setena ye Accra High Court na setena okoyi na afa abutreka ho GFM chia wewie na abutreka ho sensem ya na lawyer fo prese enkase etebni de akọ US memu makodi na asem ne de enka Ghana fo ne mbre mu na nka ye di asem ne wahia eno en na meboso me ne de toso edu enkono en na lawyer fo edikodan court na so eno ada court ko asesa no mse de bia boagu ya boagu efisa sansem na moke kan de ntimi anya twenfa ho enti ya Accra High Court ahyense abutreka ha webe ibetebri no edna kwa koche Donald Trump ensem.
I'm not in the mood to talk. I want to also say you can be chair and I mind I'm some nonsense. Yes, you say court no man willing on the habeas corpus. Habeas corpus zenka if I would miss winning in that. I'm an Ghana I don't dinner sem or Ghana but our cases were court. I only I pass them now. Was a Shirawa. GJ 11 and your way human rights issue against the state and other way parastatal money you know accused person of fugitive no edges kebi FBI for example they be fan entrapment no more until I say that basically comment on valid police for assassination after year case one rescinded bill no Anna order nankasa no committee order nankasa they apply for sexual rights court in Bongo
102.7 Eni akokotie legal counsel Emma Abutreka na se eno an court kwa asetena no wa hye se yentabri nu emfa ne nkwohye Donald Trump nsem eno ano no ade ne bibia se wo srintie
se arehosem die but nye besi bia nso so enya mensem nti ye bom pai se mo de ne kwa ye betumi di asem no boko na se ye ka so medem wa Ghana ha anye oseyi anase ye gwete bejai ne so se won ko so oseyi ni na no ye hwenye beko isan so we busua e we akiri enne ma we akiri as ye ne kotuma ebe ha adwene as ni na mu no na mensem ne hye ye mom pai Awuzi afọ ye fi abuche kan nsem ne yemwe mu wadwedie ensem emu na wadwedie ensem mu no so afọ anase aso ye eto nsa from mashebede fie se o mameyi ensem bia no so aso ye hwekwa ho nsem so anintinom aso ye no na bedi akire aso afọ na bedi akire munyamfo John Dumelo wono na eso afọ bedi akire hwe enuane ani kwa ho nsem so wo mangane mase wokopie mu mashebede fie dia na wode ensem bia tudwane na ne se oborem ewa table amanten a adira ebro na afinso so beans amecha edua na se hudua no omutumi dua na se aso so so ne ekotwa wi an pede ne to no ababaye bibibi e wo ho no mamafo ntumi ento ma wo mo eni ntina se abo mo so no na mpanifo bisa se saa kwan no de na ye edi abo akuafo no na wo chese mpempre no aban edi dwumadie bia ba wo babehwe atoto ne masine be saa ha ni na ebetumi afi wo titi ukra wo benam National Food Buffer Stock so na ema saa ebro eni edua ne emo hu saa enwoma ni na no etumi atondodo edi aboa Ghana akuafo.
Mr. Speaker, as part of the Feed Ghana program, government made it a priority to cut down the cost of production to farmers. And the ministry has since begun implementing nationwide gratis input distribution for the 2026 major cropping season. This intervention is to ensure that farmers receive quality product inputs on time to enable them to complete planting within the current cropping season. The increased production recorded in recent seasons, whilst demonstrating the success of government's agricultural interventions, has in some instances resulted in localized market surpluses, reduced farm gate prices, and reduced returns to farmers. Mr. Speaker, the ministry is working closely with the National Food Buffer Stock Company to strengthen the purchases and marketing of locally produced grains as a short-term remedy on reports. Mr. Speaker, as part
I was afwan kokote John Tumelo one swafo abedi tre edema enuane enikwa ho nsem so wo man gan masa abobobom awmahye bedefi ko yinsem bi ano
Yenkoye Kasie no ewadwedie Kasie mu Managing Director Ematema Oil Refinery ene Kasei Orura Edmond Combat Nesma wakan na ne say that sign it ne tabemu sene ebeya nkura echo man Ghana ehia benya esomfa so waso hwe krobi te se Burkina Faso Mali Niger ene omaka ka de ba fango ho nsem a ya na akwa atwe e de ama wo mu na enchemu fasa ensemi say ene odi tuja.
As you are aware, countries like Burkina Faso and Mali, Niger, Chad, they are landlocked countries. They have no access to sea. They pick petroleum products from countries like Ivory Coast, Benin and Togo. But those countries, the routes to their various countries are not safe. The most safe, peaceful and stable route is to Ghana. So Sonabi, for example, with Store's relationship with them, they have increased taking petroleum product from Ghana in 2024 around 16% to now about 37%. And we are expecting to increase our relationship with them and ensure that we actually get them to take about 100% of their product from here. They currently consume about 3.5 million metric tons of petroleum product. Imagine they are taking all of that from Ghana. The business opportunities that it comes with will benefit this country. The jobs that it is going to create will benefit this country and will truly position TOR as a petroleum hub for the West African sub-region.
Mothers FM, yes, some pa.
Managing Director Matema Oil Refinery ne ene kotie ne de kase ne besia ne so ansana no mame fine cabo we enchemwe Bright Hiring Consultancy Limited and a Bright Group of Company and a free wo se awie yen fa nto anim se ye Ghana ni na woni adwuma ye anase wo pene se okoye adwuma won performance so wo to ensafro and entna se emfa won sa enhye wudam ne fam emma ade enche no afafo no ma metensi di ne 1 cedi enkoto aduane ene de tetesa omo stress enu ntina konya we abeda omo pa general helpers eno no yedo ko eye Abu Dhabi eho ena adwuma ne wode yan se wode CV passport educational certificate ebeba accommodation get be man we bia obi ameka no age so free accommodation transportation medicals ene duane abedi ni nyina ye de ma pusu ahoman no mbeje wo feso wo mo Malam Junction eye Berima Total Filling Station ubetimi afrom 0539 081 399 and I say 0539 081 366 ombeje wo fese say no pay general workers enu ntino ahoma we de tu dwe na so afre wo mu ya ba eye bambo ho ensem opese wo ye security e wo bi man so yo ba anase bema eno so mu hia bi pa eye eno de entemara eno mu hia enti sa wote enka bo we ya no akeke kenya ho se ne ebe ya bosumi ni da etoso edu no akoma tena ye ni atoto wano ni ehu so betimi so akwakoye ejuma no ahoma na mede ti udwa na wafrɛ wo mo no mo so ehu no wetimi akwakoye ejuma ewo obi man so wo mo wo Malam enkra pomponi mantem ha say no Malam Junction filling station total filling station Berima Echiwa eno mo wo obetimi afrɛ mo 0539081395 and I say 0539081366 na yakase sika 2000 and 3000 patronya Ghana sika bia mesero there be eye Dubai for sika na ese muodu obetimi e de abafie aba abaye ejuma e de ahwe wabusuafo afa yembra on skill labor swear en san nnwumafo no munyina ye hia mo eno so be ye ejuma 8 hours u basic salary 800 and allowances bebre wom accommodation ye de ma transportation ye de ma o medical so de eno ye free wo kwa anu akwa check bibia gugu na akwem baby abeda eni just e visa so de enna mienu entemu na wonsa aka de hiasa ahomai e na abefre wo fra panyifo be adwuma de dɔso pa ye e dɔso mo mu twi ye hyen eni bebre na keka ho enkasa de opɛ ya moso nti e bia ahomai wontimi emfre wo fra won beje first but minsi so biem e bia na make an wante 0539081399 0539081366 aha na de kase ne ebesia kenka for ye me ekui akode ye bo asare me name
Nana Aba Echiba sabi de service na live worship so aba beto mo so semufo abna foku yeboa yakramu nyina
ya kria anefua ye will be with the whole Ghana and on tissue ye kira kwan